Hi, and welcome to the WHYcast, episode 20. I'm Nancy,
I'm Ad.
and we are the hosts of the only podcast about a hacker camp in the universe. This volunteer-run event will take place this year in the Netherlands, approximately 42 kilometers above Amsterdam, from August 8th to 12th. So, Ad, what are we talking about today?
Well, the same we talk about every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. No.
Doom, 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 doom.
Doop, doop, doop. No, we have, as usual, the news. We have somewhere to hacks. We have a very cool interview. We have a vacancy of the week that is related to the interview, actually.
Yes.
Messages from listeners. And that's the usual stuff, I would say.
Right.
But let's go into the news because what we forgot to mention last time was that we did go halfway with the ticket sales.
Yes.
Beyond halfway by now.
Yes.
Nobody won the pin
Oh. Oh
because
no.
everybody was wrong,
Including us.
including our because we had some thinking it would be sooner. And I think I was 2 days off. Boekenworm was 1 day off.
Close.
So we were all
We-
close, but
So we have a need for a new
yeah,
thing, a new idea on for someone to be able to win a pin. If
Yeah.
you have a crazy creative idea, please send us an email at WHYcast@WHY2025, and we will consider it.
exactly. Currently,
Let's have
the
a-
ticket sales
Let's have a
are
contest.
yes. Currently, the sales are at 1,919, which is
Oh.
also cool because it's a cool number.
And we
Yeah.
love numbers.
We love numbers.
1919. Beautiful.
Yes.
At the moment of recording, so it's possible
Yeah.
that
By the time this goes out, the number will have changed.
maybe we've reached 2000 then. Could be.
Well, that would require a little extra jump.
We'll see.
We'll see.
The merch is also going great. So be sure to bring your black light. Because the hoodies, the shirts, everything will glow in the dark. Which I think is amazing.
Yes,
Probably
not all the
next-
shirts, not all the shirts. The event shirts, which are the cleaner shirts, don't glow in the dark, but the pretty ones with the full print, those have some glow in the dark elements on them.
And otherwise, bring your whatever it is and hack your shirt.
There are tapes that are fluorescent in UV or black lights.
Right?
So if you bring a roll of tape and a black light, you can pimp your tent, pimp your shirts, pimp your everything, and we'll make it a very neon glowy party.
Right? So I think we have enough creativity in the community to make that happen. The merch is going great. Probably next week we will have an interview with Team Merch, so that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Sneak preview. So we will hear all about it. And as of when this podcast comes out, it's only 181 days to go. Wow, it sounds so short somehow.
That's half a year.
It still feels short.
It just a couple of weeks ago, it was a year away.
I know. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
I think it was episode 1 when it was, or episode 2 when it was a year away, and now suddenly it's what is happening?
And also in other news, a lot of Y-minded people went to FOSDEM last weekend. We really had a blast. It was cool to hear so many people coming by our stand. We brought the big neon Y logo lights, uh, and that worked like a charm. And people actually showed up and said, "Hey, I already have my ticket." Which is great fun, of course, to actually meet people who are coming in August. Also, people who had never heard of the camp before, but then said, "Yeah, I went to this event in '97 called HIP, and there was this camp that was around the people of Hectic," and said, yeah, that's the same thing. And they were like, "Oh, really? Does it still exist?" So that was really enjoyable. Also, we had, I think, almost 8 people from Team Batch who were there and brought some prototype ideas and things and talked to people about it. Marika was there, Boekeworm was there, Robert, number 3, was there, but we met so many Y-minded people at FOSDEM, so we really had a blast. It was great. And what I also found particularly cool is we brought a lot of posters, the general ones, but also the CFP poster. And we talked to a lot of people from different hackerspaces all over Europe who took the poster. So there was this guy coming along from the Italian embassy. He said, "Oh, give me the posters. I will bring them back to Italy." People from Oslo, people from, well, everywhere who took the Y posters to put them up in their hackerspaces. Yeah, that's cool, right? Because that's the way. Yeah,
That's the way the community
it gets
works.
it get
Yeah.
it gets promoted in several ways, and of course also in Brussels itself. I got sent photos by Crystal that she was there, and the posters were everywhere. Also from Born Hack and other events. So I think it's very cool to see how that works, and it was very not only fun but also useful. I think that we were there to promote the event.
Cool,
So yeah, I
cool.
really had a blast. So if you've seen the Wildlight there, please give us a shout out. And if you need posters or need things for your local community, hackerspace, office space, wherever, reach out to us or to Team Info, because we will be sending out posters and things like that to uh, whoever wants to receive them and put them up at their local space. So please let us know if you want to receive promo material so we can send it to you.
Yep. And
Perfect.
if you took a picture of the Y stand, of the Y light, of the Y people that consented to the picture,
But we
share,
did.
share, share. Yeah, you did, but if someone else was there at the stand, maybe.
Uh-huh.
But share it on the socials and tag the Y accounts on all the big platforms.
Please do. That helps us a lot with promoting the event. So I
So,
guess that was what we did last week. Let's see what we're going to do in the future in a new episode of Where to Hack. Each week, we will share where you can find Y-minded people, where to hack. Where are we going to hack?
well, we are going to hack at Hacker Hotel,
Yep.
and there will be almost 400 friends joining us.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's also the maximum because it is already sold out.
Yeah. But 25% of the visitors are newcomers.
Mm-hmm.
So I love to debunk the myth that it's an in-crowd party. It is actually possible to get to Hacker Hotel for a first time, because I
Yes.
know Dimitri gets a little bit sad if people say, "Oh, it's an elite party." Blah, blah, blah. That's not true. Okay,
No.
just a shout out to Dimi.
Yes. Maybe you could go to No, you can't. At
Helsinki.
Helsinki, Disobey is the
Uh
same
huh.
weekend, and it's also sold out. So I don't know if is there something wrong with love in the hacker community that everybody is going to festivals and events in the Valentine's weekend? Because these
Uh,
both events are during Valentine's.
yeah, maybe because it's like Valentine's Day is commercial shitty stuff, and we don't want that. Or people take their
So
loved ones
yeah,
to a hacker event like we do. I mean,
we
you
do.
are bringing your better half, and
Yeah,
I am bringing my better half. So, yeah, we celebrate our Valentine's Day at a hacker event because that's geeky love for you.
yeah. And if you know a very cool event where you're spending a weekend or a week, maybe the Valentine's weekend,
Mhm.
send it to us. Send us an email. Tag us on the YouTube, social media, perhaps, because we could use a bit more on the agenda. It
Yeah,
seems to be the event festival seems to have a little pause in March and April, I think.
yeah,
So if you know of a cool event, tell us. And if we look further into the future, there's more events coming. There's not only Y coming, there's Wicon coming, there's ETH0 coming
hmm
uh, at the end of October, 31st of October, and during the weekend till the 2nd, I think, of November.
It's actually
Uh,
very old events being revived,
yeah,
so that is cool.
yeah. It was, I think it was one of the first events that I visited regularly.
Mm,
Um,
cool,
yeah,
very
and
nice.
this time it'll be all the way down south in the Netherlands.
hmm
So maybe easier accessible from Germany and Belgium as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I spoke to the people who were organizing it at Bornek last summer, and I think it's it's these people are really trying their best to make it a cool event. And if I check the ticket sales, I don't know how many people are going there, but when I checked this afternoon, it says 93 tickets available, and now only 85 tickets are available.
Hmm.
So I guess people are very, very much interested. They are also looking for sponsors, by the way. Um, and
And so are
it's
we. So
yeah.
if
So maybe we can pass people
yeah,
on, or I don't know. But let's see. Let's give these nice organizers a little boost as well, and get your tickets for them as well. It's shorter and it's smaller, so it's also a little bit cheaper than why. So I guess that's a good thing. They also have this construction with low on funds, which we will also do an explanation about in our WHYcast somewhere in the near future. Um, so I think it's available for everybody, and that's a good thing. So good job, go for it, people. Really lovely that you are reviving this event again.
definitely. Uh, but if we talk about events, someone who is always at the events is Konmai, and
Mhm.
you had a very cool interview.
Yes, I did. Konmai is best at introducing herself, of course. Um, she is very active in the CCC community and in the Dutch community as well, and she does amazing things. Is in two teams for why, which we will talk about at a later stage. But what I interviewed her about for now was about Chaos Post because I just love the idea of Chaos Post. So she gives a great explanation on the how, what, and where and when. So let's listen to her. Here with me today is Konmai. I'm so happy that you could make the time for me in
Hi,
this in this busy schedule. And
thanks for the
my some
invitation.
yeah, very welcome. Um, I think most people who run around in the hacker scene probably know your face and what you're doing, but of course, we also hope to get a lot of newcomers. So, could you please tell me a little bit about who you are and what you are doing for why?
Sure. So, hi everyone. Yeah, you might have seen my face around Chaos Post. That's at least where I'm at the most recent events where I'm around most of the time. But I
hmm
have been in other areas as well. I'm within the Chaos Computer Club for over 15 years meanwhile, so it's quite some time. Um, I have been with Team Villages for the German camp. I'm also with Team Villages for the Y now. Have been doing that for MCH and SHA. Also, I'm supporting team parking and traffic guidance and previous events. And so that's a bit what I was doing in the previous events. Yeah.
And now helping out again for Y. So that's very awesome. And we will meet each other in a couple of weeks as well at Hacker Hotel, where you'll also be with Chaos Post. And I asked you earlier, could you please tell me a little bit maybe about the background, the history, and what Chaos Post is? Because I'm still baffled that some people don't know what it is yet. So please tell me.
Yeah, indeed, me as well. But on the other side, we also have a lot of new people joining events. So that's awesome. And I love that. And so when we think back at the 33C3, that was the Congress where this idea emerged. Nick Farr was basically the one that had the idea, or he brought it from the US actually, that people at the event could write a nice little note to someone else at the same event, and someone completely different, not knowing one of the could then deliver this note to the recipient, so that people are going to interact on a physical layer, let's say, and by doing so, just enjoy the event from a different perspective. That's how it started, and that's the main idea of Chaos Post actually, and that's what we're promoting. And then, you know how it is. It somehow escalates to a certain extent. So, we then had postcards. The first people were asking, oh, can I send a postcard to my grandma at home or friends that didn't come to Congress or whatever? And we said, yeah, sure, why not? Here's the donations box. Please put in the fee for the stamp, and we are taking care of the rest. And that's how it started. And now we are at a point where at the last Congress, we used over 50,000 postcards. There were
50,000
postcards that have been used for internal, external posts. People take them away or have fun with that.
No way.
Just as a rough guidance, so 1,000 postcards is about 5 kilograms. So the logistics operations center is always happy when we arrive at the event and take away the order that has been stored with them. It's a rather heavy.
Wow!
Yeah, a lot of paper. We actually sent 10,110 postcards to the default world. That's also a very amazing number, and it's a lot of work actually, but it's a lot of fun. We have. Meanwhile, over 200 different postcard designs. Most of them are made by the team, by the core team. We have one person, Sir Goofy. He is the creative mastermind behind most of the postcards with a lot of genius ideas. And also, as I said in the beginning, it's escalating every time again, and I'm really astonished on how many new ideas we have every time. I mean, we started with postcards and sending messages, and that's still the basic concept, but then services, as we call them, come to life. And it's always being extended. Like, for example, in one of the German camps, there was someone asking, or a lot of people actually were asking, like, okay, I want to write a postcard to my grandmother, but I don't know what to write. And we were like, yeah, come on. Write the basic things like what you do on the postcard. Yeah, I'm here. The event is great. The weather is nice. Food is great. Happy hacking.
I love you.
I love you. Exactly. Something like that. And they were like, okay, yeah, that's basic stuff. Can't you print that for me? And I can just sign it. And that's what we did. We created, pre-designed greetings where you can just cross off the message that you want to send. And then you sign it, stick it on the postcard, and away it goes. Stuff like that. And we have a ton of different services and nice little things that just enhance the whole experience a little bit more.
And I've also seen at Congress this year, or last year actually, the photo booth. That was also.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's what I meant by there's everything. Every time we have something new. So at this Congress, we actually managed to finalize the photo box. It's a instant postcard service, as we call it. The idea has been around quite a few months now, but we finally had the time and energy to build it. It's actually it's a photo box. You simply photo boxes from weddings and stuff, and it's exactly that. There's a printer attached to it, so you make the photo on the event. You click on print. It's not stored or sent anywhere. It's just printed, and then you put an address label on the back of the photo, and you send it as a postcard. So you can send like a live picture, more or less, from the event directly.
Yeah, I did so. I sent a card to Ad, and it will arrive soonish, probably. You've seen loads of cards, so you probably don't know where it is, which is fine, because it's chaos. So
exactly, delivering at the speed of chaos, yeah. But the external postcards are all sent already, and we also tested. We actually tested the service beforehand because we were not sure on what exactly. It's a lot of effort and a lot of thinking that needs to go into that. So how big has the label? How big do you need the label so that people can write the naming properly? What kind of paper do you need for the photograph so that it's delivered by post actually and not destroyed in the process by the automatic sorting of Deutsche Post or something, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we experienced a little bit, we experimented a little bit around that, and but all the external postcards are handed over either directly at the event or the week after. This time we had about 3,000 postcards that we had to hand in delayed because all the stamps were actually used. So we didn't have enough stamps with us.
What a surprise.
It was the highest amount of external cards that we ever had. Yeah. So we had
what kind of events are you? Of course, the CC events, the Y, also Hacker Hotel. Are there more events where you're attending?
We basically we are at every. It depends a little bit and it varies a little bit. But the big Chaos Post office, let's say, it's set up on every Congress, all the camps, the GPN in Karlsruhe, Gulasch Programmieren, then at the MRMCD in Darmstadt, then at the Easter Hack, of course, Hacker Hotel, and some smaller events depending on where we are and where we want to go.
Sure.
But, we also have smaller events where we are not personally going. And we have a service for that as well.
Of course you do.
So that's a 10-kilogram package that you can just order. You have to cover the postage fee for that. And then we send a little post office out of the box, basically, to your event. You can set it up. It's basically self-service. And after the event, you pack everything and just send it back and have a Chaos Post on your more or less small or bigger event.
I love it. So if you have a bit smaller event, and now WHY2025 is probably coming again in the Netherlands, you can have a Chaos Post on demand.
WHY2025 is most likely one of the events where we will be present as well. But there are smaller ones like the ICMP, or there's a winter ICMP in Erlangen in February, and they already asked for the Chaos Post on demand, and it will be sent there, definitely.
Perfect. Very cool.
If you have an idea of what could be around Chaos Post, just let us know. We are always open for new ideas, but there's a high chance that we already thought of something and we already have a solution for the requests that come in.
Yeah, because one of the lovely things that we haven't touched upon yet that I also really like is I was in Hamburg at Congress, and I sent out some postcards to other events as well. And can you explain a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's delivering at the speed of chaos. But for future events, we store them away and then really put them into delivery on the event then itself. So we have I would say roughly 600 postcards for future events. And that is for a lot of different, a variety of different events. We have very small events, like for example for Hacker Hotel, we also actually have postcards that have been sent on previous events, and we are going to deliver them there. But we also have postcards for the 42C3 for the Congress, and also for the 50C3 Congress. I think that's the farthest in the future that we actually have. And of course, there are always cards that go from Easter Hack to GPN, or from the MRMCD to the Congress or to the Y. So there's a lot of across the events sending going on as well.
Yeah.
Actually, some people even do that regularly, like writing themselves to their future self a postcard to the next or future event. And
I did that. I sent myself a postcard for the closing ceremony of WHY.
Amazing. Yeah, then it most likely will appear there somewhere. It's really delivering.
Yes, it was worth it.
Amazing. Yeah, the delivery is actually the fun part for all the other people. So the organizational part and the sorting and stamping and calculating and orchestrating, all that is the fun part for myself and the core team. But the delivering is then the fun part for the people. So and the writing, of course. But the delivering is the essential part. You take a postcard, or you get from the back offices, you get a postcard handed, and then you try to deliver that. And in 99%, you don't know the recipient. So you most likely don't know who it is, where this person is. And then you start like thinking about maybe there's a village attached or where you might find this person, or there's a place where they often hang out, or a team where they work with. And then you're trying to find this person and to deliver this postcard. And when we have postcards that are to be delivered for, like you said, a certain event or ceremony, like the closing event or a certain talk, then this is always a special moment for people that they are basically capable of contributing in a very special way to the event. And we also had situations where we had people that were very shy and said, okay, maybe you have something for a talk. I really want to try it that and see if I can cope with the whole challenge, and if I can manage this challenge. And then sometimes they even go with two people or something and support each other, and then really make the best out of it and have a really great time, especially when people, I mean, come on, who doesn't love getting a postcard? Yeah, everyone loves getting a postcard, a nice one especially. So it's always a very good feeling for them, and it's a success. Yeah, it's a success if you can deliver a postcard successfully. Yeah, and people are just enjoying that, and that's amazing. That's what I love about Chaos Post.
Absolutely, I delivered I think around 5 postcards at Congress. It also brings you to places where you haven't been before at the event, so that's a big plus. And also, you talk to people you would usually not talk with that fast. So it's I can fully understand what you're saying here, and people are actually really, really happy when you hand them a postcard. So you're bringing something happy to someone, and that's an amazing feeling as well.
Yeah, it is.
So cool.
Yeah.
I
must say I haven't delivered postcards in quite some while now, because we always let that to be done by other people. But it's definitely one of the best aspects about Chaos Post. Just bringing people together. It's a nice icebreaker, and
I think it's amazing. That's why I really, really wanted to have you on the WHYcast as well to share a little about it, because it would be a shame if people missed it. And everybody's going to miss a lot of the events, but this is one of the gems that I really want people to enjoy. So that's great. Do you have one particular story or something that struck you or touched you that happens? Chaos Post.
Quite a lot of stories. I could go on for hours, I think. There are a few highlights I might share, and a few a little outlook for the why maybe. So one of the highlights that we had in previous years, I think it was about 2 years ago, we had the first time I don't know the proper English word for it, but it's basically a wedding request. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, a proposal.
Proposal is the term. A
Ooh.
wedding proposal by Chaos Post, and also the answer was delivered by Chaos Post, and it was accepted. And then the year after that, we got even a little thank you note from the actual wedding as Chaos Post team.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was pretty cool. Then for the why, we have a lot of ideas in our mind. Actually, as you might know or might have heard, we print our own stamps with Deutsche Post with Chaos logo on it. So we have the Chaosknoten, the Pesthörnchen, and the fairy dust. And for Congress and for bigger events, we sometimes do a special event stamp. Mm-hmm. And of course, there will be an event stamp for the why. That's already prepared and ordered. So that will be there for sure. And we have 1 or 2 more ideas about what we are going to do, but that is not going to be spoiled. So you have to stop by and check it out at the Chaos Post. But the instant photo will definitely be there. So the photo box. Yeah. And we were already talking to Team Deco, and they are thinking about an amazing background and stuff for you to make it even more awesome.
Oh, that sounds great. Oh, I'm so much looking forward to it.
It will be so much fun. The whole why will be so much fun. I'm just... The sad thing is that it's not lasting longer. As you said, there is stuff that you will be missing. It's always the same. The event is so big and there are so many amazing things. It's just not enough time to enjoy everything. That's the only regret I have.
Same. I understand. I can fully understand that, yes. But it's also the joy of missing out, right? Every corner you turn, it doesn't matter what you do, you will have a good time.
Definitely. Totally. Yeah.
If someone has never been to a camp like this before, this is already, of course, a great encouragement for people to do come. What would you say to someone who's a bit hesitant to get their ticket?
Hesitant to get the why ticket?
Yeah. Yeah, why? I know. People exist. They do exist. Well, maybe hesitant for bringing their kid, I don't know, or...
Oh, that would be a big mistake. I think it's the dream vacation for every kid.
Yes.
Definitely. That's why we're bringing ours as well. So, so bring your kids. They will have the best time ever, and you will enjoy yourself as well. Mm-hmm. There are more than enough people with kids. There's a lot of things to experience, and it will be a completely different experience from your usual vacations. And that's something that can boost your energy by like 100 times more than a normal vacation would do. That's
Love
definitely.
It. And what's your favorite memory from earlier Dutch camps like MCH or Y? Not Y, I mean Sha. I'm sorry.
I don't have favorite memories, actually. The thing that I enjoy most about the hacker camps, and especially the Dutch ones, is that by working together to make it awesome, you not only give energy, but you receive energy. And what I meant by receiving energy, my batteries after such a camp, my batteries are like more than full. I always receive so much positive energy that it's more a feeling than really a memory or something. It's really the feeling that you had an amazing time and you're just overjoyed by the experience, and that for weeks and months to come. And that's something that sticks.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's great. No, but if it's a feeling, that's also that's great. I mean, I fully recognize this what you're describing. So yes, awesome. Konmai, thank you so much for all the time and effort you are putting in Why and the time you took for this interview. I really love it. Looking forward to seeing you soon, before Why
Thanks for
even.
the questions. Yeah, at Hacker Hotel, definitely. And maybe people want to write postcards from Hacker Hotel to Why. Feel free
Absolutely.
to do so.
They're in the back of my car, actually. So,
Indeed.
so they'll be there.
Yeah, then
Great.
thanks a lot for the invitation. If there are more questions to KO Post whatsoever, people feel free to contact Nancy or contact the Chaos Post via our website and ask whatever you want to know.
Cool. Thank you.
So, going from Chaos Post and all the cool stuff in the community, we can jump directly into the vacancy of the week
Go for it.
for Team Parking.
Yes, with Gonmai. And she
With
has
Gonmai,
loads of experience, so that helps a lot.
That helps a
And
lot, but
she's not Dutch.
yeah, she's not Dutch, and that's not her fault. I mean, that happens.
She is fluent in Dutch, though.
Yes, but still, it would be beneficial for the team parking to have a Dutch team lead. So, if you want to be a team lead with a great backup behind you, by Konmai, please reach out to Team Parking, and yeah, they'll tell you exactly what needs to be done and how to do it.
Please
'Cause
do,
they have
and
all the experience.
also Team Permits will be very happy if we have someone there in that team lead role as well, because we also for the permits we need some information about the parking, and so that helps a lot. So yes, please do so.
Yep, definitely.
Cool. Then messages from listeners. Okay, this is funny because a while back we got like an email this long with all kinds of questions from Pink, which was very cool, and we decided to split it up over the episodes and giving answers to these questions. And I was at FOSDEM, and at one point someone said, "Hey, I recognize your voice. Are you Nancy?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." And she said, "I am Pink. I sent in the email to the WHYcast, so I recognize your voice."
That
So
is really cool.
that was really cool. So I made a selfie with her and send it over to Ad, of course. I haven't checked with her if I can share it here, so I won't without consent. Don't worry. But I thought it was particularly fun. And she also said, I think you just got to the last question in my email, so I guess I have to send you a new email with new questions."
Yep.
But it would also help if more people have questions or remarks or other cool stuff to share on the WHYcast. Please do send us an email at WHYcast at WHY2025.org.
2025.org. Yes.
Because we love you, Pink, of course. But if more people chime in, that would help us, of course, with making the WHYcast even cooler.
Yeah. And the same
so,
goes for other feedback. The same goes for comments, remarks, cool stories from previous events, things you want to share about previous events, things you want to share about what you're planning to do at WHY or any other upcoming event. Can send an email at WHYcast at WHY2025.org, or leave it down in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yes.
And we'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. It's always great fun. People are actually listening to us, and somehow
which is still something we have to get used to.
And I'm still not quite used to it, especially when I was at FOSDEM and I was explaining to some random person by the table saying, "Oh, in this event it's about 50 kilometers above Amsterdam," and then someone passed by and said, "I thought it was approximately 42 kilometers above Amsterdam," and I was like, "Oh my goodness, you are a listener." A fun fact, though, and I'm going to edit the cards in the YouTube video, is that someone told me that Geestmerambacht, where the field where this whole crazy cool event is going to happen, is 42 kilometers above Schiphol Airport, which
If you
we checked, we fact
we
checked
checked.
it.
If you draw a straight line from approximately where the info tent is going to be on the terrain, all the way down to the baggage conveyors at Schiphol, that is 42 kilometers and 42
42
kilometers.
meters.
Yeah.
It's 42, 42 from the from
yeah,
the.
so it's
from the
42
luggage
comma
pickup.
42 kilometers. Yeah.
So this time it's fact checked. So it's not approximately. It's really true that it's 42 kilometers above Schiphol Airport.
Yep.
Cool to mention, I think.
Definitely. And
I
with
guess
that,
we're nearing the end. Yes, go for it.
That's all. That's all. So thank you very much for listening and watching, and hope to see you next Friday.
WHYday.